All guns magically disappear from the world today and can never be recreated. How does society change tomorrow? We are going to get some badass developments in the world of archery. John Wick 5 undergoes a heavy rewrite. Crossbow sales would skyrocket. I imagine archery would see a sharp increase in interest. Relay races would never start. Kinda depends exactly what does and doesn't count as a gun. Alternative weapons become more popular and jerk sprave becomes rich. We immediately go back to killing each other with melee weapons, and construction workers take 5x longer to do anything without nail guns. Ah, it has a sword? You idiots. We all have swords. Flamethrowers for the win! Exclamation mark. 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 Sales of slingshots take off. Companies rush to develop semi-automatic and automatic slingshots with 50-round magazines. And the price of .22 caliber rocks goes through the roof. Board with a nail in it. They'll make bigger boards and bigger nails. And soon, they will make a board with a nail so big, it will destroy them all. Quote, I guess there's still plenty of mortars, bombs and rockets left to use. We immediately invest in the crossbows. Swords, knives, and machetes will rule. Back to bows and arrows and crossbows then. People would miraculously continue to somehow get shot in Chicago. Hand grenades become common for defense. Multi-ethnic kung fu street gangs will be flying from rooftop to try and control the criminal underworld. Since physics changed so much that we lost the ability to propel an object, I would say a lot of shit don't work anymore. Feral hogs will overrun America. Apparently. Depends on how you make them never be recreated again. If you remove the knowledge to do it, then you also remove a lot of other fairly basic stuff. E.g., the basics of firearms is pressure physics. You're putting a projectile in an elongated pressure chamber with an opening in one end, then propel it through using a chemical process. Humankind invented firearms before they invented the steam engine. That's how basic it is. So knowledge about pressure, some chemistry, some metallurgy, would have to go. And likely some other things as well. Not sure how that would affect other things. But just deleting technological advances like that is probably going to cause some issues down the line. If you just use the magic to say, people don't want to recreate them anymore, that's another matter. Though if that was your one magic wish and you didn't use it to say, people now always want to be excellent towards each other, then I think you used the magic wrong. Women being stalked by violent abusive exes in Texas feel like women being stalked by violent abusive exes in Canada. Alec Baldwin accidentally stabs a choreographer. All war stops as humans unite and embrace their fellow man. So together they can kill the asshole who took our guns. Wars get dramatically higher body counts as nations scramble to develop handheld missile technology as a personal weapon. People will scramble like rats to find another way to kill each other at every level of society. Citizens, military, governments, and people that rely on violence to survive. You can now touch a Texan's property with only moderate risk. Martial arts and hand-to-hand combat becomes more important. People will kill each with swords and knives. Way more stabbings. More vehicular homicides. More people jumping off buildings. War never changes. We were killing each other in droves way before guns. No more school shootings. I'm not saying there won't be school crimes. Just no more school shootings for sure. Unfortunately, no. Other things will just be weaponized. What changes? Before firearms, bigger people and/or larger numbers of people could do pretty much whatever they wanted. Sorry if you're smaller, old, disabled, injured, or outnumbered. Sucks to be you. Yup. We will just go back to that. Cannons start getting stolen from all the memorial parks. The swords are back in menu, boys. Sword crime increases by a vast percentage. Magic revealed to he real. Everybody stops doing anything but trying to understand how this thing has happened. Can we use the effect somehow? Are we at risk? What mechanism is stopping them being recreated? All of human future becomes defined by trying to understand this world-shattering event. Can never be recreated. So nothing can become a high-speed projectile. Anyway, the world doesn't change. It adapts. People are always going to find ways to kill. It's the thing humans are best at. Bombs, grenades, become more prevalent in mass killings. For individuals, knives, crossbows, bow and arrow, etc. You get the idea. Nothing changes. Edit. By this I mean, people will still keep killing. They'll just get creative.